that is something that we have to show people that there is another option instead of just.
I mean, I've had discussions with people about Thai massage, and the more videos I see on YouTube and the more information I see out, I see people marketing Thai massage saying, this is authentic Thai massage. This is traditional Thai massage. This is, so adding these nuances, because traditional Thai massage is a certain box to me. It's a very good box, but it's another box. And as a Westerner, I hybridize and meld. I'll do something in Thai massage and people are like, that's like neuromuscular therapy. And I'm like, really? Oh, well, because I've never studied neuromuscular therapy specifically. And I'll do something and somebody will say, hey, that's like pin and stretch. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's just a physical technique that I figured out in working with people or receiving the work or giving, that I incorporate, that's not necessarily part of what people think of as traditional Thai. So I don't market my classes as just traditional Thai, because if anything, as I expand, like my introduction to Thai workbook is very traditional. There's not a huge variant, but what I'm working towards includes yoga. It includes some yoga therapy. It includes postural assessment, and trying to show massage therapists that in addition to traditional Thai, there's a better way. You don't have to destroy your hands. You don't have to wear yourself out. You're working way too hard for far too little money, and you're not helping people enough. The clients are saying, I want more pressure. And the therapist delivers that pressure by jamming and compressing their hands and giving themselves carpal tunnel syndrome. And I'm like, why aren't you using your legs and your feet? But even walking into a massage school and saying, why don't you massage people with your feet, is like heresy.
It's taboo.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? Like, you can't massage people with your feet? And I'm like, well, the people in the Ashiatsu community do it. They've demonstrated that it's a viable option. And the thing is, I like Ashiatsu because it provides more diversity to the marketplace.
You know, most people, most massage therapists, you know why they stopped doing massage? It's because injuries.
Yeah.
All these injuries. That's why, like, in school they like heavily emphasize like biomechanics, bone stacking.
Yeah.
All those techniques. That's heavily emphasized because the only options you have is just your fingers, maybe an elbow or two.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The thing that students will reflect back to me, and you get a broader spectrum and a more significant number to sample from the more classes I teach. Because I'll get students who come in who don't have any Asian bodywork background, no shiatsu, no mat work at all. And they'll go, well, you know, this looks like it's a lot of work. Like there's a lot of moving around compared to table massage, where you just kind of walk around the table. And students inevitably they'll take 7 hours in a day giving and receiving. And when they're finished, they're like, my hands don't hurt. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, sure. But it sort of helps me check in to realize what's going on, because they're used to working in a way where, in essence, what they're doing is they are creating in their own bodies, because of the way they use their bodies to work on people, they are creating some of the same postural issues that they see in clients every day, which is they go right here and they slump over and start working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, when they're doing Thai, they're leaning and moving and using their legs.
That's what I love about Thai.
Yeah.
Even the practitioner, they actually get their own yoga workout or massage in their own way.
There's movement.
Yeah, there's movement. It's not one isolated.
Yeah, I think, and maybe that's a unique distinction. Maybe that's something that with Thai massage needs to be focused on, because I feel it in my tissues, but it's not something that I take out intellectually and think about. Because when I'm working on you, at times I'm working on me. Mm-hmm. It's not just a focus of like make Tyrone better. It's that when I'm mobilizing you, I'm going, yeah, let's open up my spine and chest. Let's move my head around. Oh, if I turn right, oh, there, I get to twist and move.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's it. Traditional massage, as people think of it on a table, it's somebody working on you. Whereas with Thai massage, it's a little bit more
of a mutual, I should say, energy, or a little exchange.
That's
exactly.
interesting. It's interesting. It's not something that I've never considered, but it's interesting that you pull that out, and I guess that is different. I have students, this always blows me away, because I learned Thai massage years ago, and I had one session from my teacher's teaching assistant, and I was so amazed at the work, I was like, I'll take everything she teaches. And I did over the course of years. But I was so sick at the time that it didn't matter what you did to me. In other words, if you could have given me the strangest witch doctor, whatever, if it would have taken away the pain, it didn't matter. I was open for anything because the Western medical establishment failed me completely. I had physical therapists, chiropractors, everybody I'd worked with hadn't helped me. So I just kept looking. And that's where I looked out to the edges and found the innovation was in different kinds of bodywork, yoga, things like that. Mm-hmm. But what I notice is when I teach students, they'll say, this is really intimate. And
well,
they're in the middle of a class, and I'm like, what do you mean? And like, this is so much more intimate than massage, than the normal massage. And I just, in my head, I'm going, you put your hands on naked people.
Exactly. And is that intimate?
And what we're doing fully clothed is more intimate. And I was like, why? I was like, I just stepped back and I'm like, why? What is it about Thai massage that's more intimate? And they said, you make more body contact with the receiver. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's true. Because when I'm doing a Thai massage, it's my feet, my heels, my knees, sometimes my sit bones,
yes.
my elbows, my forearms, my hands. I'm mobilizing you. Sometimes my chest might press up against yours if you're in a seated position and I'm mobilizing you. Mm-hmm. And there's more body contact, but
it's more. To me, it's more effective. Like when I first got my first Thai massage session, it was out in the park. I've been to all these traditional. I should not say traditional because actually Thai massage dates way before.
Yeah.
Dates way back.
But when we say traditional massage, most people are thinking of Swedish and deep tissue. That's
And like it's never satisfying to me. Like it doesn't call to me. When someone says, "Hey, let's do a Thai massage trade," or let's do a session, it's like, wow, it's really helpful.
I think for the majority of people who get massage on any sort of regular basis, my sense is that Thai massage is more effective, and it's more effective for a broader range of issues that people are having. Than Swedish or deep tissue.
Yeah.
I'll say that unequivocally, and I have no issues putting that out.
Exactly.
But what I notice is you go to a massage school, they teach you Swedish and deep tissue, and when you get out, basically what they've done is they've given you a wrench. And now you take that wrench and you apply that wrench on every condition, no matter it's plumbing and you need a snake, and it's like, no, I got a wrench. And it's like, well, no, you need different tools for different things. Swedish and deep tissue are very good at some very specific things that clients or receivers sometimes need. I think and feel in my gut that Thai massage is more broadly therapeutic and it's more capable at dealing with various conditions that people are dealing with. It's been demonstrated to me again and again. And it's not a situation where I think Thai massage is necessarily better. It's like saying, well, surgery is better, or doctors are better, or it's like, no, well, it depends on what you have going on. If I have, if I'm incontinent, it's like, well, yeah, I guess everybody would rather take a pill than have a major surgery. Well, it depends on why you're incontinent or whatever's going on. So, in other words, when all students have is a wrench, they're going to apply that wrench to everything. What I tell students when they take classes with me is, I want you to run a shop, and I want a wall covered in tools. And when that person comes in and works with you, I want you to have 100 tools instead of just 2.
Exactly.
It's not even just Thai massage. Swedish and deep tissue are extremely effective for specific things, but I feel like they're applying Swedish and deep tissue for everything when it's not necessarily the most beneficial.